The cross-examination in the Durban Solid Waste Unit corruption trial, it continues today. Mbuso Ngcobo from eThekwini's investigating unit has been testifying over the past 2 days. He opened the first criminal case relating to the matter back in 2019. Let's catch up now with the Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan, who is monitoring proceedings for us. Karinda, good morning to you. Let's talk about the other witnesses expected here. Mbuso Ngcobo, not much coming out of that testimony yesterday, is it?
Indeed, good morning, Oli. Well, Mbuso Ngcobo's initial testimony to the state was quite short. He was explaining how he received a complaint from an anonymous person back in 2018 relating to this Durban Solid Waste Unit tender. That person, who wanted to remain anonymous, left a bundle of documents and a letter detailing the allegations at the reception desk of his office. Following that, once looking at this bundle of documents and reading this letter, they decided to go ahead with their own preliminary investigations. Realizing that this was quite a large caseload, they then reached out to an external service provider, and ultimately in 2019 January, that's when Ngcobo opened the first criminal case with the police relating to this DSW tender, and those investigations culminated in the trial we're seeing today. You asked about the other witnesses. Of course, Ngcobo's cross-examination will continue over the next day, as well as we believe it might go into next week, because there are a number of attorneys that need to question him, and then he will be able to reply to the state once more. But following that, there will be the head of the Durban Solid Waste Unit, or the former head, Raymond Rampersad, testifying. Remember, that's the unit around which this entire corruption trial revolves. The state claims that the suspects submitted inflated invoices to the municipality for waste collection, and the municipality paid this off. So the original budget for this DSW tender was 45 million rand, but after the alleged manipulation of supply chain management processes, that tender was inflated, or the payouts were inflated to more than 320 million rand. So Raymond Rampersad is expected to speak about the processes within his department, and the state says he will speak about how processes within his department were manipulated without his knowledge. We're also going to hear from the head of the supply chain management processes, among other senior municipal officials, about the processes within the municipality that were allegedly manipulated, the policies that were manipulated for this tender to be awarded to specific companies now listed as suspects. What's interesting, and perhaps in this session in March or later this year, in the next session of the trial, you might hear from former eThekwini councillors who will be testifying under Section 204. So this means that they were initially implicated in this case, but having turned state witness, they'll now be bringing forward evidence of the alleged crimes to the state in terms of getting some kind of pardon, because they weren't as involved as the suspects that we are seeing before court today. So the allegation is that Zandile Gumede, during her time as mayor, used a position of power, her office, to instruct councillors to search for subcontractors within their communities. This would be employed by some of the main companies involved in this tender manipulation, and it's through this that money laundering took place, the state alleges, for the financial and political benefit of the accused. So some of the councillors are expected to testify about this. There's going to be a number of bank statements, cell phone data, as well as weighbridge slips relating to the refuse that was actually taken to various landfill sites, that the state says the weighbridge slips were manipulated as well to show a larger volume of waste collection than what actually happened. These are the kind of witness testimony or evidence presentation expected at the court, but at this point right now, we're at the point of cross-examination of the first witness. Only it's going to be a long road going forward for this trial, especially because the state is really trying to use every detail they can to question that, and question whether every single process was followed by the municipality or those who have been investigating this case to try and have these processes come under question and, of course, put in doubt in the mind of the presiding officer, Judge Charmaine Belton. I'll keep you updated again by around midday, around 1:30 on what's going to happen on this cross-examination, and again later this afternoon on what's happened for the entire day.
Very comprehensive update there. Karinda, Jagmohan, thank you very much.